Hi everyone, my name is Joel Silva and welcome back to another Data in the Wild episode hosted by Data Meaning. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe the channel below and click the bell to turn on notifications to be the first to know every time we upload a new video. Let's talk about Admin Side Gallery Comprehensive Overview. First, we need to access the admin page, and to do that, we need to log in with our regular credentials, and after that, we can just click here on your username and then on admin button. And as we can see, we have so many options on the menu than the regular user. So let's start with the Diagnostics page. You can use this page to monitor the number of users, assets, collections, studios, credentials, schedules, and jobs on the server. You can also view the number of worker machines that are connected to identify constraints in resources impacting performance. You can see the amount of apps, total apps, deleted, published, the total users, how many users are disabled, how many collections, how many studios, so some stuff like that. So let's do the next option, which is configuration page. So basically here we have 4 groups of settings, which is user settings, workflow settings, gallery settings, and schedule and forecast settings. On the first one, we can see the default role option, which is used to assign a role to all new users. By default, it's set to viewer, but you can change the default role using the default role drop-down right here. And you can choose between no access, viewer, member, artisan, and curator. It's recommended that the default role be no access because it has the list of the privileges. The next option uses users can register. By default, users are not allowed to sign up for access to your company's private gallery. And to allow users to sign up, enable the users can register setting. The next, unregistered users can run public workflows on the home page. By default, only users signed into the gallery can run workflows. When enabled, the unregistered users can run public workflows on the home page. Setting allows workflows placed in the company gallery can be run without signing in. It is recommended to disable this option. And about workflow settings, curators can flag workflows for promotion. When enabled, the curators, which are the gallery admins, can indicate a workflow is ready to be promoted by selecting yes for this workflow is ready to be migrated within a workflow. This is very used when you have different environments like dev and production. And about workflow credentials setting. This determines the credentials required for running workflows at a gallery level. Be careful when choosing that because the credential setting you select may require additional user permissions. You can choose between these 3 here. And after that, we have gallery settings, and this option right here basically allows users to schedule workflows, so it's highly recommended that you leave this option enabled. This one here is to disable direct download from the server. We recommend that we leave it as off because the users can download the workflows from the galleries page. And lastly, we have schedule and forecast settings, where you can choose what will be your forecast refresh interval. And then let's go to the next, which is subscriptions. So a subscription allows designer users to publish and share workflows privately within your organization. Gallery admins can create subscriptions and manage the users and workflow assigned to them. Subscriptions are also known as studios. A private studio, or in other words, a subscription, is automatically created for each gallery user. When a user creates a workflow in Designer and publishes it to the gallery, the workflow is added to the user's private studio. Workflows published to the private studio are private. Only other users assigned to the private studio can see the workflows. Also, from this page, you can edit and delete a subscription and add or remove a user to a subscription as well. And then the next page, it's users. Right here you can see and manage all users in your Alteryx server, and also the groups. And you can edit, you can change the role, you can delete some stuff like that. By this page you can also click in a user, and then you can change some actions that the user has, and also you can deactivate a user as well, or just reset his password. And then let's go to the next, which is workflows. And here on the workflows page we can see all the workflows that are in the gallery, and you can search here for specific workflows, or you can see them all in a list. You can filter for the public workflows, for the private, for the analytic apps, for the workflows itself, and lastly for the macros. Also, right here we have the tags. You can manage the tags from here, which are pretty much used to search workflows. So that is the workflows page. And the next is collections, which are customizable collaboration spaces that allow users to share assets like workflows, apps, macros, and insights with other gallery users. And right here you can manage all the collections. Let's see this one for example, and here we have the workflows inside this collection, the insights, the schedules, the user groups, and private studios. So you can manage it, all these options, like changing the users list by editing the level of access of the users or deleting them, and you can also do that to groups as well. And according to the tags that we've seen before, we have the districts page. All the public workflows within a tag will be shown here, grouped by its tags. So let's see on our regular user, the districts here, the training, and let's click on this workflow. And as you can see right here, this workflow has the training tag and also it's public. That's why we can see here on the training district. And now we have data connections. Gallery data connections allow gallery administrators to create, share, and permission out database connection to multiple users. The feature allows the Alteryx Gallery and database administrators more governance over what connections are being made, as well as which users are making the connections. Additionally, they make it easy for the designer users to quickly connect to a database without needing to know the database details themselves. And here we have some data connections already created. And once the data connection is created and your user has permission to use it, you can see it in your Alteryx Designer. Note that to connect to some database, the users will need to have the respective driver installed on their computer, or if it is DSNLS based connections, they do not need to have the driver, just the worker nodes where the workflows are running. And to add a data connection, we can click just here. We have basically three options: Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, and other. And a quick tip here is when using a string to connect to a database, to put the password session at the end, because some special characters can be confused with the string if they are in the middle or at the beginning of the string. So by experience, I would like to recommend to put this option in the last place on the string. And once the data connection is created, you can click on it and manage the users inside the data connection. These are the users that are allowed to use this data connection. You can add users by clicking right here on Add User button. You can delete, remove a user by clicking on the trash icon. Also do that with groups, and if you want, private studios as well. So don't forget about the ODBC driver that you need to install on the worker nodes if it is a DSNLS connection, or if it is a DSN connection, you will have to have the driver installed on the user's machine as well. So on the credentials page right here, curators, which are gallery admins, can save credentials to share with gallery users to use when running workflows to support access to directories and data. Here you can add and share credentials for gallery users to use when running workflows in the gallery. The curators, which are gallery admins, can configure your server's worker and subscription, which are studios, to specifically run as user accounts. You can also require that gallery users enter their credentials to run a workflow, making each user's account run as a user account. And to add a credential, you can click right here, and in the credentials that are already created, you can just click on them and manage the users that will have access to this specific credential when running a workflow. This is pretty much used when a user needs to another account with privileges, like access to some folder in the network, or access to a system, a database, some stuff like that. And then the next is the jobs page. Here we can see listed all scheduled and manually run workflows that are actively processing or queued. Right now we have nothing running on the server. Schedules are workflows runs that are planned by gallery users. So right here on this tab we can see all the schedules and information such as assigned worker, frequency, when the schedule was created, the state, when was the last run, when will be the next run, the owner, some stuff like that. And also you can click on the schedule name and see the same information, and also you can edit the schedule to run runs, recurring or custom. You can also disable a schedule without deleting that. And that's all on the jobs page. Then the next page is schedule forecast, and this page offers the ability to see all schedules in a forward-looking calendar view and identify potential upcoming delays of schedule workflows. As this is a forecast tool, past days are shown as blank. The importance of this view is best noted when you have a considerable amount of schedules. So you will be able to see if there are workflows scheduled to run at the same time and make decisions about priority and in which worker the job will run as well. So you can click on a slot and see the informations about the schedules, all the schedules on the Alteryx Gallery. So this is very good to planning the schedules, especially when you have many of them. Now let's go to the last configuration page, starting by media here. It's pretty simple. It's where you can upload some stuff like banners, documents, some stuff like that by clicking here and upload a file, and then the file will be listed right here. You can edit the file, the name, the title, and also you can delete the files as well. It's pretty simple. Also, we have the theme page where you can configure the server name, you can update the logo, you can change the site colors like the header, the primary button, secondary button, the site navigations, and also you can reset to default configuration as well. The next pages, right here we can create some some pages to help the users by inserting links, some stuff like that. Let's see here on the regular user interface, we have Google, data connections, data science, TM website, and how to install Designer. So you can create pages like this right here to help the users with some subject. So that's here. You just need to click on add new page, and then you will configure this page. Also, the links itself, you can use that as well for the same purpose. And lastly, you have the notifications page. So right here you can see all the notifications that the Alteryx Gallery has, and you can configure that as well. Let's see this one, for example, workflow added to collection. So when a workflow is added to a collection, you can notify the users about it. So you can use all these notifications right here. So basically this is all the configuration, all the menu on this overview that we are making here about the Alteryx Gallery from an admin perspective.
If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to know when future videos are posted. Thank you for watching.